Hey guys! This is our movie about migration in Germany. We decided first to ask a few people about German migration facts, and afterwards we would like to show you two different cases of migration.
One story will be about a young man who came to Germany as a refugee. The second case is about a Greek woman who came looking for better perspectives.
Enjoy!
Question 1. How many people with a migration background are living in Germany?
Ich denke, es sind an die 15 Millionen.
Ich würde auch so, also ich würde sagen so 18 bis 20 Millionen.
Ich sag mal 1,5 Millionen vielleicht.
Question 2. What do you think? How many people apply for asylum every year in Germany?
Ja, ich weiß nicht. Keine Ahnung, 40.000.
Ja, ich bin dabei.
Auf jeden Fall mehr als in den vorherigen Jahren. Wie viele?
Asylanträge. 30.000?
Im Jahr vielleicht so 5.000.
Question 3. Where do most of the German immigrants come from?
Im Moment würde ich wahrscheinlich so sagen aus Syrien, aus der Ecke. Ja.
Ich glaube, früher kamen viele aus der Türkei, überwiegend. Ich glaube, heute kommen aber auch viele zum Beispiel aus Spanien und so, weil wir einfach so diesen Fachkräftemangel haben und die auch oftmals gesucht werden. Und die einfach eine gute Ausbildung haben, aber auch wenig Chancen teilweise in ihrem Land.
Our cases. First. Case 1. Refugee. We would like to show you the journey of a refugee to Germany. We have met him a week ago. This is Daniel and his family. Daniel is 21 years old and was born in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, the people have big problems with the Taliban. The Taliban is a group of violent open people with a religious background. Daniel and his family have conflicts with the Taliban too. The Taliban, for example, killed his brother. That's the reason why Daniel and his family leave Afghanistan and escape to Iran. In Iran, there are millions of refugees, 2 million from Afghanistan and 200,000 from Iraq. Therefore, in Iran, there are big refugee camps. The living conditions in those are really bad. There is neither enough space nor enough food. But the biggest problem is the lack of hygiene and diseases, like influenza and tuberculosis. Because of all those reasons, Daniel decides to leave Iran. He wants to escape, but that's very expensive. He and his family try to earn and collect enough money, and after 3 years of hard work, Daniel has the chance to leave to another country. He has to leave his family behind. Daniel travels through Turkey to Greece. In Greece, he gets a 1-month residence permit, but he stays for 8 months. Because he hasn't got the permission to stay in Greece, he gets arrested and goes to jail for 2 months. When he gets free, he has to leave the country. Daniel hides on a boat and comes to Italy. There he jumps on a truck without knowing where the truck goes. After a 52 hours journey, Daniel arrives in Germany. Daniel is still in danger in his home country Afghanistan. Therefore, Germany can't deport him. As a refugee, he has different rights and obligations. For example, the residency obligation, which only exists in Germany. The residency obligation means that he's not allowed to leave his attached district. The German government wants always to know where he is to be able to consult him, in case they need something. Besides, he needs to re-register on a regular period of time. The German constitution ensures a humanly life. That's the reason why the German government is obligated to support the immigrants. Basic performances every refugee gets: accommodation, emergency healthcare, and vouchers for clothing, food, and hygienic articles. On average, it's €128 per person and month, plus €28 for clothes. Daniel can do something for his education. If he has the right of residence, he can attend integration courses. Kids have the duty to go to school. As a refugee, Daniel requests for asylum. He is allowed to stay in Germany until the asylum request is permitted or rejected. But he is not allowed to work for 9 months. The Federal Office of Migration and Refugees is responsible for the decision. 84% of all asylum requests get rejected. But if the refugees don't have a passport, or the situation in their home country is not good enough, they can stay, which is called toleration. In this situation, it's possible to get sent back every day. If the asylum request gets permitted, the refugees get the right of residence for 3 years, and also social rights. As a former refugee who got asylum in Germany, it's possible for Daniel to get the German citizenship after a few years. He has to pass the integration test, has a permanent right of residence, has to be in Germany at least for 8 years, speaks the German language, earns enough money to live, has no previous convictions, and finally, he has to lose his old nationality. Second case. Case 2. Now we would like to show you an example of the migration of a European Union citizen and its laws. This is Maria. Maria is 33 years old, married, and a European citizen from Greece. She has an academic graduation in business management. Until recently, she had a good job as a store manager for book publishing. Because of the euro crisis, she lost her work and now she's unemployed. After losing her fixed employment, she's looking for working alternatives. In the end, she didn't even find a job as a waitress. The unemployment rate in Greece is very high, so Maria didn't see a perspective for a future in her loved Greece. She had to decide between unemployment, which means a life on living wage, or emigration. After a tough decision, she leaves Greece and her husband and travels with her identity card as a Union citizen to Germany. As a Greek Union citizen, she has the right to freedom of movement in Europe. If she looks for work or even finds work in her first 3 months in Germany, she keeps the right. She doesn't need a working permit. The right to freedom of movement means that every Union citizen can travel, live and move in every country of the European Union without any special documents or reasons. Maria decides to move to Munich. There she can apply on every job. In Germany, it's not allowed by law that any employee gets discriminated by the employee selection. But Maria has big problems in finding work. One reason could be that she doesn't speak German. She decides to take German lessons. While she takes German lessons, she finds accommodation in a dormitory of the language school. After passing the exams, Maria is looking for a new accommodation. She has huge problems because the landlords want a 5 times higher commission and deposit after hearing that she's from Greece. An extreme barrage. Since she's living in Germany, she has the same duties as the German citizens, like to register and report to the National Register Office. She gets registered in the German files. In most of the times, the National Register Office contacts the Alien Office to confirm the permissiveness. Maria has more luck than many other people from Greece and finds work as a cleaning specialist. She hopes to find a better work later, which correspond more with her qualifications. Her husband, also a Greek citizen, can follow her to Germany. After 5 years of permanent residence in Germany, Maria gets the permanent right of residence. Also her husband, because he's a family member of her. To get the German citizenship, Maria has to naturalize. Therefore, she has to be in Germany since 8 years, a residence, has to pass the integration test, which includes a language test, has no previous convictions, and she has to earn enough to live. As a Union citizen, she's not losing her old citizenship. Now she has a double citizenship, German and Greek.
After watching our movie, we hope we could illustrate you the situation of German immigrants.
If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask us. We are looking forward watching your videos.
Bye bye!
Adios!